Welcome back to episode
11.
Come on, how you forgetting already?
What do you mean? I know what episode it is. I'm waiting for you lot to get,
get
involved.
Okay.
So episode 11 after a fantastic episode 10.
Yeah,
so
it's amazing. Well, milestone plus
Crazy.
amazing guest Ibsmo.
Yep.
And then we also hit, what did we hit?
We hit over 600 subs and over 4,000 views on that last video. And honestly, just the overall support from everybody, not just that video, all of the videos that came before it as well has been insane. So thank you all for supporting us. Continue to like, subscribe and comment any ideas and suggestions. That was incredible.
Yeah, thank you everyone.
Obviously-
Support.
Obviously, we can't do it as good as Ibs did last
No
episode,
way.
but let's get the formalities out the way.
Yeah.
So we are brought to you by...
By Culture. That is me and Shuhan's marketing company, where we mainly focus on the digital and social media aspects of small businesses and startups. And we also have House of Sheba.
Yeah, so House of Sheba is a beauty, skincare and hair care company coming to the UK this year, catered to women with melanin-rich skin, and that's going to be launching in 2019, so check the description for all of the socials for that. And
So-
today,
Exam season.
exam season.
Fun times.
Exam season.
Fun times out here.
Tense.
Fun times. Third year. third session of exams. It's been a rocky ride. But the thing is, I feel like with a lot of people that are following us now, it's more like this is sort of video which would be beneficial.
Yeah.
We've gone like we're not the best at exams
Yeah.
by far, but I feel like we've been through it
We've
twice.
improved.
We've
Improved.
improved.
Over 3 years.
We all have a story behind it. So an exam, this is gonna be more of a exams tips and like things to look out for kind of video.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Our experience is
Definitely.
what you can take from that. So,
Exactly.
and as you know, we've come from a BTEC background.
Mhm.
So I didn't do exams. Last time I did exams before I came uni was GCSE.
Same,
Yeah.
yeah,
I
all
did
of
an
us.
A-level.
I'll show you.
I did
A-level.
A-levels, yeah.
Also, you had more.
I have, some essay
No,
writing
don't say
tips.
something.
Yeah, some
Yeah.
little bit sprinkles.
But
Yeah.
we came to
Everywhere.
IMB first year, and then exam season hit, and it was 6 exams,
Yeah.
one pretty much after each other.
Yeah, literally.
So close.
Like,
I think one we had like a day break or like a 2-day break.
Yeah,
in
1 or
between.
2 days. It was
So,
insane.
can you imagine going from GCSE, A-levels doing our BTECs coursework to come to university?
So, yeah.
University standard.
It's a
6
massive jump. It's
exams.
a massive leap, actually.
So the last time you two did exams was 2014, like before. So we
Yeah.
started in 2016. So
Yeah.
the last 2 years, 2-year
Mhm.
gap without
Yeah.
doing nothing, and then 6
Nothing.
exams just straight like that.
That was big. That was crazy.
It was hectic. Like I prepared like an hour, not fucking hour, a month earlier.
Yeah,
No, but you know what? I'm not surprised. He probably did.
Yeah, probably
What do you
did.
mean?
He probably
Yeah.
did still.
I am a professional.
I didn't. If I want to be honest, I didn't know how to revise.
Agreed.
That's my
I did
honest-
not
that's
know.
my-
I
honesty.
didn't. I just had to cram it.
I didn't know what revision was at
Like
that time.
how I've always been with education is it takes me at least one academic year to figure out how I
Yeah.
revise. Like I've basically flopped my GCSEs.
Yeah.
As I said on Ibsmo's video, I got like 2 A's, 3 or
a
4
fail.
B's,
Oh my
3
God.
C's and a D or
Such a-
something like
such a-
that.
such a failure.
Such a
Such a
failure.
failure.
Like, come on. But like, I just did not have a method of revising. But then when I did A-levels after that, then I started figuring out that I had a way to revise. And I think that was kind of the same thing with uni. First year, I think we all struggled a bit with finding out
bit.
how to balance
A
a
bit.
lot.
A bit.
With how
like
to
putting our
balance.
footing in.
Yeah,
Especially
exactly.
like with going from non-stop courseworks,
Mhm.
which weren't hard to be fair. It was just very back to back,
Strenuous,
on everything.
monotonous, yeah.
And then straight after exams, which we weren't prepared for.
And
Yeah.
it was 6. Like it wasn't just like we had 3
Yeah.
exams or 2
Yeah.
exams. It was 6. Like all the content we had to go through from first term, because obviously you forget that. First
Yeah,
time you
exactly.
forget that stuff, but we had each module we had exams for as well.
Yep.
Wasn't it every module we had exam for?
So basically, we had
Oh.
8 modules.
We have 8
Oh, yeah,
modules.
so you had
So we
6.
didn't have
Management.
exams for foundations of management,
Yeah.
and we didn't have an exam for
Programming.
programming.
Mm.
we had
an
in class.
exam.
In class.
We had accounting, information systems,
Yeah.
business intelligence, marketing,
The rest, God knows.
the rest, God knows.
Oh,
But-
but do you remember like someone commented actually being like, I don't have a background in programming
Yeah,
and maths. And they were like struggling to make a decision if they want to come here or go to King's
Yeah,
for the management degree.
yeah.
So none of us have done programming before.
None of us, yeah.
Nah.
So when you come here, you learn from like,
They give
Square
you
one.
they
Yeah.
teach you, yeah.
you learn
They
from
do
like
teach you.
the get-go.
But it's also
I will be honest though, they teach you from square one, but like
You need to teach yourself.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you really need
to, like,
you
use your own
really
time.
need to put hours into it,
Teaching yourself.
because I don't think the way they teach is sufficient enough. Like, of course, uni is challenging and it's supposed to be, but it's really gonna, it really takes hours, you know, to practice it.
Like, if you enjoy it, then you'll
then you'll
then
yeah.
you'll
Yeah,
really-
then you'll
if you
do
want
it.
to do it,
Exactly.
then you'll enjoy it, and
Yeah.
you'll want to do the work. You want to put the work in. But that's the same with everything.
Mm-hmm.
But the same thing with our accounting as well.
Accounting as
my,
well. Yeah,
my maths background is quite bad. Like,
yeah, mine's bad as well.
like, very bad.
That's like pretty basic.
Yeah,
Mine's very bad. But
like
still, but the balance sheet still didn't balance. But
balance sheet's still not balanced until this day.
I changed numbers so much. But the balance,
balance
sheet would
sheet's
just
still
never
not
balance. But first year, what do you think? What do you think went well? And then what do you think went wrong with what we did?
I think having the BTEC's background allowed us to get into the flow of having regular courseworks pretty easily, because that was a problem from our sixth form, when people didn't do as well as they expected in their A levels and had to switch to BTEC. They found that difficult, because usually people are used to waiting all year and then studying within the last month for their A levels and banging out good grades. But with constant deadlines, you can't just lay off the whole time. So I think we were used to that because of BTEC.
But like in terms of like, say, exams, like, what do you think went well? What do you think went wrong in terms of exams? What do you think you did well?
I think what I did well was to...
I mean, it doesn't matter if there isn't anything.
Yeah, no. So we had 6 exams. What I do when I think I'm not going to do well in a module, for example, accounting, like I'm not good at maths, one thing I do well is to prioritize the ones which I think I'm better at and do well enough, even though maybe that's not the best way to go about things, because you should be optimistic and believe that you can do the best in everything. But I prioritized those modules in which I was good at. So even though I failed accounting, the others were good enough in terms of how I revised to boost my grade a bit. Yeah, I think that's
what do you think you did? What do you think you did bad?
Wouldn't that be the bad thing as
I
well?
think that would be the bad thing as well. Yeah, not
So
not spreading evenly.
2 in 1, yeah.
Yeah, 2 and 1, not spreading it evenly. Like what modules I was revising on, not starting early enough. And just not expecting that kind of pressure, you know, because you don't know what you're going into first year, like with exams. Yeah.
No way.
What about you, Bilal?
So the bad thing I'd say is cramming. That's like the last thing you want to do is squeeze everything you can into a day. But with time management, that's what I learned from first year and took it into second year. I would go over everything in all the lectures, find what I find difficult and what I find easy, and prioritize the things that I find difficult. Try to learn the subtasks in those major tasks to then understand like the majority of the work to then take into the exam.
Yeah, it's the opposite of what. Yeah, it's the opposite of me. Yeah,
that's
So
what I took from first year.
That's what you took.
That's what I took.
The thing is, with someone coming into university now, what would we say? What would we us we've been through? What would we give them? What advice would we give them to be? What should they be prepared for when it comes to exams? Because we're trying to give tips. Like, so when you come first year, what should you expect? Or if you're going through first year exams now, it's not late, but like, what could you implement now that might?
I think you need to try and explore as many revision tactics as possible, because it is hard to find the one that suits you. For example, first year, if we had any multiple choice exams, like marketing, for example, I didn't do that well on that. I think I got 54 overall for that module. Yeah. I did do bad, like not well in the coursework, but the exam wasn't good. But in second year, when I found Quizlet, which I think Ibsmo even did an ad for that, where basically you can make a study set, and that app literally tests you on your multiple choice skills. It gives you the definition and you have to say which term that is, or it can give you the term and you have to fill in the definition. Yeah. That was a way I learned in second year how to prepare myself for a multiple choice exam, for example. Yeah. So it was finding alternative ways to meet certain exam criteria, I think, which is what helped. Yeah.
For me, it's writing down notes. Like for some people that will work. Yeah. For
some
people, writing down notes.
Would you not give the advice of like, you know how lectures, sometimes we all do, I still do that now. I don't take notes. Do you think it's good to be that sort of person in a lecture?
I don't think so, because you're not actually focusing on what they're saying.
But then when you are focusing on what they're saying, what are you actually taking away?
But then you can, like, after, if you want to go over it again and then write down the notes.
Yeah,
I wouldn't say do it in class, because when you're doing that, you're racing with your mind. Because sometimes they talk really fast.
Yeah.
But then you can say, like, managerial decision making, ease of recall. So, like, if you were listening in class,
Just trying to get extra marks.
extra marks. If you are listening in class, like, when you go to take the notes again or shorten them or whatever, you'll, like, it'll be easier to remember certain things the lecturer said if you. But I mean, a lot of students end up sleeping in class or talking
on Facebook.
Yeah.
If you're the sort of person that's lazy in lectures, I'd advise you to record.
Yeah.
If they don't have
If
a
they're
lecture
not
class,
lecture
if they
class,
don't have
yeah,
lecture
voice
class.
recording.
We also have that, but we do have lecture class, but some don't.
Some don't. Yeah.
Like digital marketing have it and stuff. So I just record them
Mm-hmm.
because it does help to go back on these things to go.
Of course.
read.
Yeah.
But yeah, first year was just a big mix up of like,
Mm-hmm.
because it is first year is us discovering ourselves, and then it's also us understanding our limits and what we can actually do and can't do.
Yeah.
Our grades reflected on our hardships, but second year, I'd want to say for all of us, we definitely improved. Like our grades, second year,
100%.
Major.
something to be proud of. What did we change?
I think we started working together. I think that's what we actually started doing. We started, like, teaching each other what the other person didn't know.
Yeah.
And that helped that person plus myself.
Yeah.
Because you, what's that thing? It's like if you teach something, you learn it better or something like that.
Like being able to
to
explain or
teach,
teach to somebody else, makes you learn, makes your understanding, better.
So maybe having, like, a partner and, like, teaching each other what you find difficult, what they find, like, good. You can teach each other. Yeah, that's might be a good technique.
I think one of the modules we had was what was it called?
Competitive environment.
Yeah, well, we had a lot of like
that was massive
corners, oligopoly, and all this.
Never mind.
All these. No, but to be honest, let me tell you this. Yeah, so in the lectures and stuff, and we'd be there. He'd be doing these things, and I'd be like,
okay,
yeah,
okay. And then like I left it. I was like, oh, yeah, whatever. Then it came down to the business end, and what I did different to what I did first year was, I'd say, a month or 2 months before exam season, we had less exams. I'd say that we had 3.
Yeah,
so
3.
That did help. But I created time like like a plan of what I'm going to do, like what I'm going to revise and when I'm going to revise it. And then I also did like a little list of because they'll most likely tell you, because like some courses do, they tell you what topics will come up in the exams. Yeah. So I had them bullet pointing down, and I had like a little checklist to go through them. Yeah. And like with competitive environment, it was hard because it was hard to understand it. But then I remember me, you, Raise and Rares, would sit down and we'll just
go through it,
create questions for ourselves, and everyone go off and do it, come back and say what they did, and we would discuss it. I also watch a lot of YouTube videos on that. So YouTube also helps out because there's loads
Khan Academy literally saved my life. My word, literally.
What do you use them for?
I use them for corner equilibrium, monopolies.
I use the same.
Yeah, same. Like literally, the lecturer Peter, he's so funny and like he's a good lecturer, but like in that class I was so confused. Like I'm not somebody again who's good at maths or econ. But once we sat down and like sometimes you'd come to the ref and we'd be like, did you do these questions? And we'd check over them and you'd be like, nah, actually you're doing this wrong. Like uni is competitive, but if you pit each other, like if you just completely ignore each other and just want to get the best grades you can individually, you're not really helping yourself as well as each other.
You might as well
work as a unit. Yeah, you might as well. Like, so find those friends that can help you do that. You know what I'm saying?
So like tip 1 would be find a tip 1 would be find your revision group.
Yeah, but find a revision group.
There's also people out there that don't like working with other people.
That is true,
which is not a bad thing.
Yeah, it's not a bad thing.
You can do these things by yourself, like.
But it's just for us.
For us. This is what we're saying.
We have our individual techniques, but then when we come together, that's when we really collaborate.
Because you
and merge the whole like.
Because I could be doing something like you were saying. I'd show Bilal, but Bilal have a different interpretation of it, and his interpretation is right, and mine's wrong. Yeah. But like, then we'd compare with you, and then we'd both be wrong. You'd be right. Exactly. But then we come together, discuss how it is, and then we find out what the actual like right answer is. But then what happened with that is I started to enjoy doing it.
Exactly. Once, because it literally,
I used to write my own little tests out, and I used to just bang them out, and I'd be so happy to do them.
Okay, yeah. I think like once you do it properly and you're getting them right, it kind of motivates you more.
Yeah,
So I
exactly.
kind of see that when we
Yeah.
were doing econ
Yeah, come
and
on,
we started
yeah.
getting questions right, we were
Yeah.
like, whoa,
Whoa.
we are genius.
Exactly. Yeah,
Literally
yeah,
just
yeah.
said that.
Let's go
Like-
invest.
Yeah, really.
I think that's another thing to do is to create practice papers for yourself. That's like another tip. Create practice papers, take out the key topics and terms, and Quizlet's a way of doing it.
Quizlets, yeah.
But another example thing is good is if you write something down, you remember it better.
Yeah, that's
If you
that
write
as
it
well.
down.
Yeah.
If
Yeah,
you
that's
actually
what
like,
So I always write it down before I put it in Quizlet.
yeah, writing it down is always better than just typing it
Exactly,
or copy and
exactly.
pasting it in, because then you're not really. From my experience, you
Like,
know,
this might seem like such basic tips, but it's
No,
actually the
honestly,
most
yeah.
beneficial.
it goes a long way, because if you compare my first year exam results to my second year,
Yeah.
and these are tips. What the tips I was saying is what I used.
Yeah.
Like, trust me, the incline was amazing.
That's crazy. Yeah.
Major.
Yeah.
Like, when I got my results,
Major.
I looked at it and I was like,
No. Is that you? Yeah.
I think I like this revision.
Yeah.
It's
Like, seriously.
But another thing I would say is what I didn't do this time was I didn't prioritize one thing. I made sure each and every one got equal attention. Because at the end of the day, it doesn't matter if I get high on one, I don't want to get low on the others. But saying that, you could also say we also had half the amount of exams we had from first year.
That's true. So, like, you know how I was saying how in first year I prioritized the ones I knew I was better at to try boost that more. In the second year, I kind of flipped that whole thing. Like, I gave more time to competitive, to the economics module, and left database systems kind of to the side because I kind of knew a bit of the theory. The only problem was the SQL normalization stuff, which was just crazy.
I didn't even bother with that.
Yeah,
I
did
don't think I
SQL.
touched that.
But like that ended up working for me just by changing the revision techniques and then also working as a group on the harder of the modules that we had.
You know, it seems like such a long time ago. I don't exactly remember where and how I revised. Where did I revise again?
You revised in PhD a lot?
Oh yeah,
that's
Yeah.
where we
slide again.
stayed.
We had the
Dang.
sliders on. Yeah.
Yeah, the sliders on.
Yeah.
But we came
You
in-
know, chilling.
Yeah, another tip: be comfy.
Yeah, comfy. Yeah.
Comfy. Like,
Yeah.
I'm wearing a tracksuit right now. Everyday tracksuit gang.
Yeah, fully.
thing
every
is,
day.
you know, when people say like I'm professional to wear trackies, I take my trackies seriously.
Oh yeah,
Trackies is uniform.
Trackies is life.
I take my trackies. Like,
Yeah.
there's an order for my trackies.
Yeah, it has
Yeah.
to be done.
Different day.
There's different day.
Different day.
Like if I'm going to a nicer event, there's a nice pair of
Oh, yeah.
trackies. You
The
know?
matching.
Literally,
matching
trust
trackie.
me.
Matching
Like,
trackies.
I think
People don't know about the matching
Blackouts.
trackie.
there's stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we came in comfy. Like I remember, I'd like either make meal prep or I'd buy food at the start of the day. I'd have a massive Tesco bag, sit down on my table, put my sliders on, and we'll just
Yeah.
get working.
You know
like,
them ones when people buy a meal deal to go library for 2 hours and not do work?
Yeah.
That wasn't us. We were actually working.
That wasn't us.
We
We
were
used to
actually
work,
working,
but then
We were using that PhD. Where did you work?
Ref. So
yeah.
it was easy access to food, basically.
Yeah.
That was literally what I
Wait.
used that for.
even though you don't eat.
Even though I don't eat, yeah. So, but literally, yeah. Also, I think a change up of environment sometimes can be good as well.
Yeah.
It's
Working in
whatever
business.
works.
I feel like this is an
Yeah.
appropriate time for me to say this.
What?
What you
so
put
you're
into your
saying-
body
Oh,
is
No,
what
actually,
comes out.
I was actually going to say, like, it's not all about the way you work or how you work. It's also about what Bilal's about to say right now.
Literally,
So, yeah.
what you eat
Yeah.
will impact the way your mind works
Yeah.
to how you should study. Because if you're putting toxic things in your body,
Yeah.
your mind is going to be toxic.
yes. Oh,
Your
yes.
system is
Yeah.
toxic.
You know
So-
what? Can we do something?
What?
From the next episode, this is literally going to be a segment with its own introduction.
Yeah. Literally.
Yeah. And we're going to call it Bilal's self-development. Okay?
Yeah,
It's going to have a whole theme tune around
Just
it,
you.
everything, and you're going to have to say
Just take it
bars
away.
about-
We need Reyes to get on that.
Yeah,
Reyes,
yeah,
we need a
Wait,
tune.
I think this episode might have a new intro.
Maybe.
Possibly.
If Rez
Could be.
cooks something up for us.
We're chefing it
But
up.
we're also gonna start a new segment. It's gonna be called Bilal's self-development.
Well, self-development.
But it's also true. Like,
Think about it, man.
think about it, you have
If
to
you're eating McDonald's and you come back to study, how do you feel? How do you feel, Josh?
I'm not gonna lie, I had McDonald's bare second year. Grades went
Okay.
up still.
No.
You're
I'm
trying
pretty
to
sure when you
read.
came back, you feel slumped.
Nah,
Hey,
I was
Josh,
good.
look,
But McDonald's rather it fuels me.
it reminds
nah,
me
I don't
of
wanna
feeling
hear it.
coffee. Remember that time for
Yeah.
what? I don't know. What was it? You know, we went to my library in my house.
Yeah.
What exam? What were we revising for then?
Oh my
No,
days.
just tell me what we were revising.
We were revising for GCSE maths.
I
The
just,
retake.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
Oh my
So it comes-
God.
I got a library in
Oh
my
my
house.
days.
Yeah.
I told you. You okay? We say this.
Yeah, say it. I don't
So
mind.
we go to my library. We meet up. So he meets me.
I bought
And
yum yums. That's what.
He went in Greg's and got yum yums. But that was like a regular thing for you.
Mini
man.
yum yums. Literally, they
That
should
was-
sponsor my. They should have
Bro,
sponsored my
you
secondary school
wouldn't
time.
see Josh without
Exam
it.
season.
Never.
Mini yum yums.
But I met him and he seemed a bit edgy. Like he was a bit like he wasn't normal. Like he was a bit edgy. And I looked at him and I was just like, "You right, Josh?" He goes, "Yeah, I'm gone." So we got to our usual spot because basically it's like our library is the table under the stairs.
Yeah.
Everyone runs to that. We managed to get there first. We sit down and Josh is just there like rubbing his knees.
Oh my god.
Looking around, scratching his head, and I'm like, bro, what's wrong with him? So I was like, bro, are you okay? And he looks at me and goes, hey, you know, Shuan, I'm gonna be honest with you, yeah. This guy needed to take the biggest dump.
Nah.
But listen, yeah.
Them yum yums came for you, yeah.
Listen, yeah. The
That's
thing
karma for the yum yums.
That's the thing. My friend's mom saw me there like a few weeks later. She was like, "Listen, you need to stop eating them, yeah." And I was like, "No, it's calm, it's calm."
Oh my god.
But Shuan had opened his book. He'd been working for like an hour. And
Oh,
I was just rocking back on my chair. Like.
You're like,
I got into it, bro.
I go
But
back
Then
here.
I was like, you know, what, I
Go
need
back
to.
home.
I was like, I need to
He
dip.
came clean. He just came clean. It's like, you know what, Shuan, yeah, I can't do
I
it.
can't do this anymore.
My God, did you get a bus in the end?
I ran home a
What?
mile.
So like he
I
tried
ran
to
a mile.
No, literally, so 1 mile from the library to his house.
Yeah.
He was gonna get a bus that would take him to his house, but he missed it. He literally teched to his yard.
I checked to
Man,
my
the
yard.
tempers.
Drapes my brother out the bathroom. Like, get
Oh
out.
my
This is
God.
emergency sentence.
And then I saw this whole thing. I was just sat there, continued writing. I remember he came back and you just see that smile on
The
his
relief.
face. He just looked
The
at me and just
relief.
said like,
My guy was cleansed.
he's like, should we get revising?
See, this is evidence of
Nah,
what you
yum
put in
yums.
your body.
Yum yums can be dangerous. McDonald's is called.
Nah, man, trust me.
It's literally
Nah,
what
but it's true.
Bill says self-development.
Yeah,
It's
it's
what you put into your
self-development,
body is what you get out of
Yeah.
it.
You know, the mind needs to be
Fresh.
Needs to be
Switch
on,
on.
man. Needs to be on.
You should get a PhD in this. honestly.
Can't watch.
Yeah, PhD
Next one,
self-development.
next
That's what.
The second one, isn't it?
But yeah, like self-development, and let's give a roundup of 5 tips we'd say
I got
to
5.
implement.
I only got
Oh, also,
Mm.
before
Oh.
5 tips, essay
Oh,
tips.
yeah.
Essays. So we actually, this is the year that we have some essay module, like innovations to essays.
Innovation, yeah.
And I think ITPM has essays as well.
Wait.
I don't even know.
I think
Wait,
both
wait.
have essays.
I was thinking,
Huh?
Management submission
Yeah.
is what?
Multiple choice.
Multiple
tick
choice.
boxing. I was like,
50
tick
multiple
boxing,
choice
yeah.
questions.
so now you're telling me I have to write essays about
Essays.
innovation management.
Yeah.
I need these tips. Hurry
Yeah.
up. Hurry up.
So essay tips. For a lot of essays, not just in business, like for example, law, Maya does law. What people tend to do is, for example, there might be 10 topics, right?
It's a little sprinkle.
Maya does law, by the
That
way.
little advert.
Ad lib still. But basically what happens is like you might have learnt 10 topics throughout the year, and maybe the essay section will require you, I don't know, maybe to speak on one topic and you don't know which topic they're going to pick. I'd say try and learn maybe just over half the topics. So if there's 10 topics, maybe try and learn 6 of them really well, and learn the other ones if you have time.
Briefly,
If you have time, just so that you know, like
the fundamentals.
the fundamentals.
That's what you need to
Exactly.
know,
wow,
yeah.
look at him.
Fundamentals.
Man, the unagi is everywhere.
Oh
But
my God.
just so that you know more of the topics, and that you'll be more well-rounded, and like you won't be thrown off when you go into the exam. I think that's the best thing to do for essay revision.
What I did for essay revision, that's the fundamentals. That is
Yeah.
what you should be doing, because otherwise I don't see how it's
Yeah,
work.
unless
Once you actually in the exam and you have the question, the best way I would say to plan it out is, every essay is going to have a introduction, main body, and a conclusion.
Yeah.
That's basic, standard.
Yeah.
What I tended to do was I'd write intro and I'd put bullet points of what the intro is going to include in it. Then I'd put main body. Then I'd plan my paragraphs out. So I'm in this paragraph. I'll talk about this, and that. You have time in the exam. Trust me, you have enough time. Maybe it's quick.
Just don't panic.
Just jotting
That's
down.
like the last thing you want to do.
If you write, you get straight writing without knowing the structure.
Yeah.
Trust me. Then I put conclusion, what I'm going to say. So then what happens after that? I put a line underneath that.
Mm-hmm.
Literally intro. I'm going to talk about this. I start writing.
Yeah.
So literally you can go from a step by step.
And write
So
bullet points.
and the best thing to do is on a question is underline or highlight the key words that they use.
True.
So then you
answering every
use
part of
that
the question.
into your plan, your short plan.
Because it will trigger in your mind. Like,
Exactly.
it will
Because
trigger.
trust me, one of the mistakes I made the first year with one of our essay ones was I'd just get writing. I'd read the question and I'd just start writing, and I found myself I'd repeat myself a lot.
Yeah,
I just didn't have a structure.
Yeah.
Do you get what I mean? But then when I changed that in second year, my essay writings in the exam was so much easier. I literally just read the question, underlined or highlighted the main bits. Quick plan: intro, main body, conclusion, bullet point, bullet point, bullet point.
Would you say database systems? It wasn't an essay, but like it had a long questions that required long answers.
Yeah.
Like, another tip I'd give is, for example, for database systems, let's say there were 10 topics. It might be redundancy, data, SQL, whatever, blah, 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 blah. The ones that I know 100%, I wouldn't cover. But basically what I'd do is I took like a little flip book to the exam, like maybe an hour or an hour and a half before the exam. And I'd read the definitions or terms and circulate that in my head constantly until the exam starts. And like those are the definitions or terms that you're not too sure of. And I kept circling it, and as soon as they say you can open your exam paper, on the front I just started writing like all of those terms down, just to get it out of my head.
That's sick.
So then you know what you know, and now you know the terms that you were struggling with, or definitions, or that is such a helpful one. Don't let anybody interrupt you like before the exam, start talking to you bare.
Yeah, Shuhan.
Excuse me.
Don't talk to me.
Excuse me. We actually listen. Actually,
Don't.
in second year we got a hotel.
Oh, you booked a hotel. You don't live in lavish.
No, listen.
It wasn't
let me
lavish.
explain to you why.
Explain.
UCL dashed us mans in Excel.
Yeah, they dashed
That's
us.
East London.
That
They
is
dashed us.
when I say by public transport. That is a hot 1 hour fare for me from my end.
For
For
both
me,
of
it's like
us.
2.
So one day we
Mad.
were outside, me and Bilal, enjoying basking in the sun.
Basking.
Okay. And then I had a brainwave, and I was like, Bilal, this journey is going to be long. Let's get a hotel.
This is the one brainwave Shuhan has.
relax. This is no brainwaves. Yeah. Then I was like to Bilal, look, hotels. Instantly pulled out my phone, used the internet. You know internet.
Yeah, I know internet.
Yeah,
That's
internet.
it's decent.
Googles.
It's
You know
decent,
Googles.
isn't it?
On my phone, I
Do
use
Googles on that,
yeah, I use Safari on my phone still.
Oh, damn.
You
I
go
go-
Google, man.
I literally this was my typing. Yeah. I was like cheap hotels. We're students in that like
Yeah, Excel.
cheap hotels near Excel. Boom bang. We found a hotel. 2 nights, 60 quid each.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We booked it. We got to the place a night before. Had the whole day to revise. Next day had an exam. No, actually we got for 4 days, didn't we? Because we had 2 exams. We left on the last exam. No, we had 3 days.
3 days.
So
3
the day
days.
before, 1 exam. Then we had. That was the day we didn't have the gap between the 2 exams.
Oh, yeah.
And we had the next exam. But we had a hotel, so literally we went back. The hotel was literally 0.2 seconds away from Excel.
Yeah, that was good
We
actually.
should walk up some stairs and we were there.
Literally.
So
But you know what we should have done? There was a yacht hotel. We should have went there.
No, you know what? You know for this time around, the prices on Ibis where we stayed at are a bit dead at the moment. But I found an apartment thing.
Calm.
Well, you sure you're gonna? But like
Sorted.
this time, the gap between the exams are 8 days.
It doesn't matter about the gap.
Man
Just
said
the night
money.
before,
No,
man. Like,
it's
Oh,
the-
it's the night-
so far.
It's the early morning ones. I'm not trekking every.
So this is like another
the
tip
10
for
a.m.
exams. Oh, there's another tip. Plan your journey before you go
Yo,
to
100%.
the exam,
Don't wait till the day.
because you never know what's gonna happen.
If you're coming to UCL or you're UCL student,
Just be prepared.
That one you need to prepare for. Because first year we had our exams relatively local, with the exception of Brixton. They were relatively close.
yeah.
But now all of our exams take
Yeah,
place in
Excel.
Excel at Royal Victoria Dock, so that's far. So like, if that's the case and your exam's far, really plan it.
No, but like this time, no. Why don't we have it on 24th of April?
Yeah,
Fucking that's this month.
it's my
24.
birthday.
You know, we're gonna get TT after that. Ram
Right.
Riddles, yeah. Or
Right.
whoever's going Ram Riddles, if you're going, holler me. We'll go
Oh,
together.
this guy
Squaddy.
You gonna
squad.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually.
I'm gonna go
How
exam.
you not taking me for my birthday?
I told you. I
You're
told you
a
come.
pagan, bro.
told him to come. And he's like, "Oh my god, exams and that." Exams, yeah.
But I need to go home. Yeah.
I
I'm a
ain't doing no
birthday cake
exams.
and
I'm
everything.
going
Nah.
TT Ram Riddles vibes. Yeah,
Ram
swear, man.
Riddles.
24th, we're not doing that. The exams
Yeah.
are 2:30, so we don't need a hotel. But on the one on the 2nd and the 10th are both 10 a.m.s.
Yeah.
Dead. I'm getting a hotel.
Okay,
Me and you
hotel.
already squaddied up, man.
Squaddied up for that.
I'm traveling still.
Damn.
But like I understand we're spending a bit of money, but like that money for the time I
Ease of
save,
mind, man.
for the ease of mind, for the comfort I get, bless.
I just take cab with Miz.
Yeah, if you want to do that, you can do
No,
that.
no,
Just take
yeah,
cab.
but
But
like-
that's what I mean. Plan what
Yeah,
you want
plan
to
it.
do.
Don't
Like
wait.
if you want to go by taxi, go do that.
Yeah.
If you want to go by public transport, make sure you plan.
Especially, yeah, 'cause it's
known
hard.
for like delays and stuff.
Because if you have a 10 a.m. exam and you're going to travel by tube,
Don't
rush
wait.
hour,
like 8.
it's peak.
Don't wake up on a day and be like, okay, so how am I getting this?
Yeah,
Oh,
no.
Do you know what? If I'm gonna be honest, I slightly prefer all exams being in one place than being scattered.
I kind of know, but like,
Because no, last time we were here, then we were there at St. Paul's, then we were in Brixton, then we were here, then we were there.
oh my
true.
day. Do you remember the guy who tried to beef us on our way to Portchester
train?
Hall at Royal?
That's next to my area. As
Yeah,
well.
and it's you.
Oh,
near
is it
Royal
me, you and
Oak.
Dan were there, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was funny.
What even happened?
So basically, imagine we're waiting for a train,
Mm.
and then you found one. Like, you know what? This white privilege thought he had rights and stuff because he's white. I'm just gonna say it like that because that's how it is. Yeah, I'm not scared to say that.
I am a bad man.
They got off the train, yeah, and thought he could like just nudge past me like it's 9, like it's nothing. Like
Yeah.
I'm not here trying. I was calm that day.
Exam stress and everything was
Nah.
sleeping on your head.
I was in a joking mood that day. I was
Yeah,
joking
he was
around.
calm.
So I looked at him and I said, "What are you doing? Like, what are you pushing me for?" Innit?
He's a pretty old guy as well.
And then when I say man thought he turned into White Hulk or something,
Oh my
he
god.
flipped. Yeah, Jacko, I was instigating. I'll be honest. Yeah, I was like, "Come on, come on." Then he's like, I started saying stuff like, "Obviously, you're an old man."
yeah.
I'll pay your pension. and
Savage.
shit.
Oh my god.
I think he was just getting more and more angry.
He was
from that.
getting bad.
But it wasn't necessary. Like he was acting.
No,
privileged.
it was like straight after the nudge, he was trying to beef. He's probably like 50 in his 50s or 60s, bro. Like, I don't know what he was trying.
Could have put him to retirement early, but I didn't.
Right, you're people.
Yeah.
But I didn't.
You're deep.
But I didn't. But anyway, that's going off topic.
Deviations.
But like, yeah, that
Another
was
exam tip: don't get into a fight before
Yeah.
your exam.
Yeah,
or
yeah,
after.
don't
to be honest, that happened, and I pretty much did well in that exam.
Yeah.
I think the adrenaline helped.
That exam, yeah, I was in the exam hall. I was
Yeah.
it's next to my house. It's a library
Yeah,
next
I
to my
know,
house.
yeah.
Yeah, I've never been inside. So I was writing in the exam, yeah, and then I got tired and it's with my pen down.
Yeah.
I was like just looking up at the sky. I was like, wow, this is a pretty big building, you know. That's how much time you have in an exam.
Yeah.
One thing I would say is after your last exam, enjoy yourself, because what we did is we all jumped in one. Do you remember?
Don't criminal like that.
But so we ended up going to a restaurant and we just enjoyed ourselves. after
No,
that.
yeah, you have
Literally.
to.
We took a
Just
trip
lay your head
to
down.
one of the best Turkish restaurants in North London.
Green Lanes, North London's the best.
Devran.
You're gonna agree with what you just said.
I'm not gonna say anything.
North London is the
because
best.
West is the best.
Nah.
It literally rhymes, bro. It literally rhymes.
Nah,
It literally rhymes.
nah,
Yeah.
nah,
West
nah.
is the
North,
West is the
North
best.
is the best.
West
North
is
is
the
the
best.
best.
North,
North
yeah?
is the best.
North, yeah.
North is the
Well,
best.
Catch
this has
the
gone
train to
from
North.
exam
It's a
season.
postcode. It's a postcode wars again.
Let's not
part
start
two.
no. Let's not start
Yeah.
no wars. Let's give off top 5
Top 5 tips.
essential. Now let's do 6. So we can
Six.
let's do
Alright.
6.
So 2 each, what?
Yeah.
Okay, come.
Come on, like
Yeah.
can't leave someone
Quick
someone lacking. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, right. But we would
Just you
say
go first.
Just
as-
go
You
first.
go
What do you
first.
mean? Watch me steal yours. Oh, God, bro, man took mine.
man, I was gonna say that one still.
I'll start. So for me personally, if you're gonna do multiple choice exams, I think Quizlet is one of the best ways to study, to test yourself on definitions and terms. And as you're on your phone all the time anyway, it's a good way to learn in an interactive manner. And secondly, for essay type exams where you need to also know definitions or terms, or just remember certain key facts, to just have the ones which you don't remember so vaguely, don't remember so vividly, just write them down in a little notebook, and before your exam, just keep playing it in your head. And as soon as you open the exam paper, write down all of the things, or even just as many terms that you remember as possible. Just have them down, or as many facts, so that you're ready to go as soon as the question comes up.
How many was that?
2.
Right.
It's like a 2 and 1. We'll allow you a minute.
Nice. Hot
What
fire.
are you?
Nice one.
Hot fire.
I'll allow you in it.
See.
You wanna go? You wanna go, Bilal?
Okay, cool, innit? So basically, as I said
What
before,
do you mean? Okay, cool, innit?
maybe having like a
Sassy.
group or a partner and explaining to each other. Because literally, it's
Yeah.
the best way. When you can teach someone, you're teaching yourself at the same time, because then it stays in your mind.
Yeah.
So that's one. Second one, handwriting notes before you type them up. And then once you type them up, highlight them, print them and highlight them.
Yeah.
That's what I'd say.
The first one I would say is when it comes to essay-based exams, is to use my short plan tactic.
Yeah.
That short plan tactic will save you so much time.
I'm taking 2 from both of you.
I literally, that short plan tactic saved me so much time and so much grief in the exam. I literally just knew. I just looked up at my plan. Oh yeah, I'm writing about this.
Yeah.
Boom.
Yeah.
And also, regardless of if it's a question with essays or just a normal question, I'd say always highlight the question.
Yeah.
Highlight the key words. And not just the words, like keywords, also
The context, maybe?
words that want to like say in a word. So this one would be like explore, like, you know, those kind of words, like see what they mean, be like before you answer the question.
Yeah.
So highlighting before and also making a short plan I would say is essential.
Yeah.
And also build our self-development stuff. Eat right, sleep right.
Yeah, that's true.
Just try your best.
Try your best. Stay positive.
Like, I know it is difficult
Gets
during exam
daunting,
period to be able to like plan your food, your sleep and everything, but sleep will really benefit you.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Your mental health.
And if you get too tired whilst revising, take a little break.
Breaks
and
go for a walk.
Go for a walk, take a break, go buy your meal deal, come back, you know.
Maybe not everyone's
change it up every
maybe
time.
not everyone's as broke as you, Josh.
Yeah. Some of you got money.
You can eat
but meal deal McDonald's for me. But just take a break.
You know what? I'm gonna give you yum yums soon.
Nah, Yum Yums will send me toilets so quick.
When's the last time you had yum yums?
I've stopped since that day. Yeah, I barely eat them.
See?
That's how bad it was.
Listen to Bilal, innit?
But anyway, this was a good episode.
Really good episode.
Yes.
We joked around a bit. I hope you took some.
Yeah, hopefully we gave some.
We did. I feel like we
helped a
did.
bit.
We did it in our own ways. I think we're kind of away from the sort of YouTubers that are very like, tip number 1 is.
Yeah. We're not.
We keep it us.
Well, us, you know. But yeah, these are what we would say you look out from first year to third year. Some of our tips. If there's anything we think we haven't covered, we'd be more than happy to do a part 2 of this.
Yeah.
So just comment,
Just
Instagram,
comment what you
anywhere.
want to ask. We might do another episode.
Yeah. Also, if there's any other videos you want to see, let us know. And we'll definitely tell you this is we're planning some very interesting guests to come on.
Yeah.
And if
you work out.
We'll make things happen.
We make everything happen.
Make everything.
Once these minds come together.
Man says 2-2, press on my phone and it's done.
Finish.
Like,
excellent finish.
ISO boom.
Boom.
Hit that like button. ISO boom.
Share.
Share. ISO boom. Hit
comment.
The subscribe. ISO boom. Comment on it.
I mean, that's a great episode.
That's done.
We'll catch you lot in the next one, episode 12.
All right. See ya.